there on the elevator. Everybody's getting it. Okay. Does anybody want me to poll the jury? Okay. And then, was there anything I was going to ask you?
Judge, before they leave, if there are signed forms, we'd like to examine them with the Commonwealth of the bench.
That's fine. Oh, okay. The only other thing I was going to do was talk to everybody about reactions in the courtroom. So I'm going to bring the jury in a moment. I want to thank all of you for being so respectful throughout this trial. I most certainly hope that that continues. If there is a guilty verdict, we will be back another day. Please do not behave in a way that makes me say you cannot come back another day. That goes for everybody. But like I said, everybody has been really respectful. I appreciate it. And that should continue as the verdict is read. Okay, would you mind to, I told them I would ask somebody to signal them. Thanks.
All rise for the jury.
All right, everybody may be seated. Who was the foreperson? Thank you. Has the jury been able to reach a verdict in this case? All right, if you could please hand the form to Deputy Mills. Thank you. All right, the court will now read the verdict. Verdict Form 1A, murder as to Christopher Jones. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of murder. Having found the defendant guilty of murder, we found that the murder was intentional. Verdict Form 2A, murder as to Maurice Gordon. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of murder. Having found the defendant guilty of murder, we found that the murder was intentional. Verdict form 3A, murder as to Larry Ordway. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of murder. Having found the defendant guilty of murder, we found that the murder was intentional. Verdict form 4, tampering with physical evidence. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty. Verdict form 5, abuse of a corpse as to Maurice Gordon. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty. Verdict form 6, abuse of a corpse as to Larry Ordway. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty. I'm now going to ask each of you by just kind of pointing, beginning with the back row and going down and then the front row. Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Counsel, can you all approach? All right, so I just kind of want to give you a sort of an idea of what will happen from here. First of all, thank you for your consideration of these matters. In Kentucky, jurors also handle sentencing. And so what we will do next is called the penalty phase of the trial, but we're certainly not going to do that tonight. We have some witnesses who cannot be here until Wednesday, but we also don't want to slow this down too much. As you can tell, we're on track to finish before Christmas, which is good, before the holidays kick in. So what I'm going to have you do is come back tomorrow at 1 p.m., see if we can knock out some of the evidence that we need to get entered. And then Wednesday, I expect will be the day that we conclude. Okay. Now, I don't think you will be here too late Wednesday, but there is a chance you could be here after 5. Tomorrow, you'll probably be done by 3:30 or 4. All right, so be back outside the courtroom at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And in the meantime, the admonition remains in effect. You cannot do any research. You cannot post about this case. You cannot discuss it with anyone, including each other when you're not in the deliberation room. So tomorrow morning, I will again ask if there's anything anybody needs to report, okay? Tomorrow afternoon at 1, thank you. Tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. And I believe we'll have somebody walk you all out as well.
All rise for the jury.
All right, if everybody could. And then I'm going to have everyone else stay in the courtroom for about 5 minutes. Now, Mr. Rhodes, you can stay here, go back, whatever you want to do. I just want to give there some breathing space between the jurors and everybody else. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you all.